Hi class, I'm going to talk about burn down charts and cumulative flow diagrams. Here we're not trying to burn calories or houses, we're trying to burn down work. Let's look at the next slide. So this is a burn down chart. You see here there are two lines. The green line is what we call ideal progress. So if you look at the first number here, 123 is the total amount of work to be done in 10 working days. So 10 working days here, 123, and that is in the story points. You could put it in hours. Now if you divide 123 over 10, it will be 12.3. that is if you did the same amount of work every day, and that's going to give you this line going from 123 to 0 over 10 days. That's what we want to do. However, in reality things are not that even. So here you look at the first day, 123 is still 123. Maybe during that day you're spending a lot of time on planning. Then you go to 113. That's 10 story points burned. That's still a little slower than what you had in mind if the work was evenly distributed. So the even distribution would be 12.3. This one is 10, a little slow. You go to 100, that's 13 story points burned. That's 7, much slower than ideal progress line. And here you're going to stay flat. It means that no work was done there. Maybe there was an issue. Maybe there was a meeting. Here your work is increasing. You're adding story points. Maybe there were some rework needed to be done. Or there was a scope creep. And then from here it seems that you go very fast. 15 story points burned here, a lot burned here, a lot burned here, and then you get to 0. In this project you are behind the schedule all the time. That's why your real progress line or curve is above the ideal progress line. Sometimes you're slow, like here. Sometimes you're fast, and sometimes you're doing nothing, and sometimes the work is increasing. So this is not the worst. You still manage to finish at the end of the 10 days. This is bad because you're behind the schedule and you're getting away and away from it. This is great. You're ahead of the schedule and you are going much faster. In reality, this is where you want to be. Ahead, behind, just around, behind. You manage to finish and your deviation from the ideal progress line is not too much. Some of the factors that may influence you getting extra work is estimation error, some unexpected maintenance, training, leaves by your team members or new team members that make you spend time on training. Keep in mind that in reality you will see different terms, and the question I ask my students here is that if you wanted to fire one of the project managers here based on their burn down chart, which one of them would you fire? Imagine everything else about them is the same. They just did one project. Each of them, they did the work in different manners. The projects are comparable. So you want to decide which one of them to fire. And then think about it, and I'll follow up with you during our meeting on Wednesday. This is burn down. You burn down the work. You start from the total work. You want to get to 0. If you do it the opposite way, and some project management software tools do that. If you want to start from 0 and burn up, meaning that get to the total work that you want to be done, that's going to be a burn up chart. In your lab 5, with the same data set, you're going to create a burn down and a burn up chart. These are some more examples for you to look at, and I want to just show you. This is what we call a cumulative flow diagram. So if you had all those columns in your Kanban board represented here in a single chart, you would get a cumulative flow diagram. So this is work done, this is the scope that is supposed to decrease, and the red is work in progress. The idea is that you want to make sure the width of the work progress is limited, or at least is not increasing. This is happening here. So in your lab 5, you're gonna create some fake data and play with them and see cumulative flow diagrams as well. These color bands, they show the columns in your Kanban board. So this is a simple Kanban board like yours, not started, in progress, and done. It could be more complicated, and the Excel sheet you have can make it more complicated. That's it for now.